Hi, I'm Clive Coy, Chief Technician of Dino Lab here at the University of Alberta. This is a wonderful specimen of a small meat-eating dinosaur called Saurornitholestes. You're probably all familiar with Velociraptor from the Jurassic Park movies. Well, let me tell you, this animal was plenty ferocious enough. But the animals in Jurassic Park are twice life size. But this animal is the real skeleton and the real size of these animals. So it's unique in many ways. Number one being it's the first complete skeleton of this animal ever discovered. It's lacking about 1 meter of the tail, which eroded away, but the rest of the body is intact from the tip of the nose, well, to the base of the tail. And both of the arms, this is the left arm and hand here, the right arm and hand, and the hind feet. And you can see these incredibly recurved claws. Now, I know that most people think, oh, those are the killing claws, but I think the evidence better supports that they were used for climbing. They're on the inside of the foot, and much like a linesman's spike for climbing up a telephone pole, it's quite possible they were using these claws and the heavily recurved claws on the hands for climbing trees to get at maybe pterosaurs or birds or other small dinosaurs that were living amongst the trees. One of the intriguing mysteries about this animal is this strange bone here. Now, if you look at it, if you think of a chicken breast, this is the breastbone of the animal. This is the equivalent of the wishbone, which is the furcula. And then there's a bone jammed in here at the base of the neck. This bone doesn't belong here, and we've discovered that it's actually this long. It's 32 centimeters long, and it ends, we've looked at it with CT scanner, and it ends with a jagged edge. It appears that this animal died either one of two ways: by suffocation, by swallowing a large element, much like a sword swallower, and it punctured one of its internal organs, or after swallowing the bone and trying to bring its head back, it suffocated itself because it had blocked its windpipe and could no longer breathe. One of the other very interesting things about this specimen is that there is a coprolite preserved in what we think is the lower colon. Coprolite is a fancy word for fossilized poop, and we've taken a core sample here to test it and to prove that it actually is coprolite material. This is very interesting and very unusual to find preserved fecal matter within an intact skeleton. So we're looking forward to the analysis of that material. One of the other things that's very exciting is how complete the skull is. It's a very beautiful skull, but it's very fragile. These animals were built very lightly. The bones are very thin, and so it's being crushed flat, but it's intact. You can see the upper maxilla, we call it, the upper jaw with all the teeth, the two lower jaws here, and back. This is the back of the skull here, and approximately where the eye, right here, where this ring of plates is. Yeah, it's the very first one ever found.